Can you count to 10 real quick?
I never learned how to count that high. I could probably make it to about 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, the American Rag event was a lot of fun. I didn't expect it to turn out the way that it turned out. It didn't meet my expectations, where I thought there was going to be about 3,000 people climbing all over each other and like tugging on shirts, tearing stuff down from the walls, setting the place on fire. It was actually a very pleasant evening. It went really well. I've not figured out, or I don't understand, is that normally when a DJ plays music, you dance to the music, and everybody just stood around. People didn't want to shake their asses. Nobody was there to get laid. Just everybody standing around with smiles on their faces. I'm just trying to be a wise ass. Well, the massage felt really good in that we had been under all of the stress to get to Japan. Normally you would think, well, you're on this 11.5-hour flight, so everybody's just gonna lay around, fall asleep, sleep for 10 hours, 9 hours, 8 hours. That's not how it is. I don't sleep, so I'm usually pretty wound up. I do this not because I'm some power-hungry, macho, meathead, muscle-bound goofball, but because I'm a diabetic. And because I'm a diabetic, I have a beaten-down immune system. The open palm, if I shake your hand like this, if you have a cold, and when I shake your hand, you're giving me your cold, 15 minutes after you leave, I'll be sneezing and coughing and sniffling and sniveling and just being a grumpy, grouchy old man. But being a diabetic, it makes me susceptible to whatever's in the air. I see everybody with their masks, all of that fun stuff. And you know, you avoid metal as much as possible. Go for the automatic soap dispenser and the automatic water, and then the blow dryer. Yeah, and then you're avoiding 15% of the garbage that's out there. That's the one that I would get from my mom. And I wouldn't get it in yellow or pink, I would get it in black. I want to see my mom in a black t-shirt.
I think this one looks good in pink even, actually. And I love how this one came out on where you can see it, see the paper.
That's my favorite design right there.
Good
Some
stuff.
smart aleck punk rocker
Really
wrote
good stuff.
Jimi Hendrix under Bad Brains.
Oh, so he actually...
Right there. No, Jimi Hendrix did not appear at the punk rock concert.
Jimi Hendrix
Jimi Hendrix
would have appreciated
had
it.
been gone for probably 20 years.
I think Jimmy would have appreciated. What about this guy?
That needs work.
What was that guy doing?
That's, I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
What was that guy thinking?
Yeah. What were you thinking?
He was thinking he wanted some more beer. There's the Jay's.
It says Jay's J Burger. That's Jay. He'd been in this spot probably 40 years, sells cheeseburgers, and they told him, your lease is up, which means you've got to go, unless you want to pay double rent.
And that's how he felt when it was time to go. We were all bummed when that place left. That's such a great one. I love that one. Keith and I have been friends for about 25 years. I did an underground club in Los Angeles in 1985, and Keith showed up at the club, and I was like, oh, dude, this is the greatest. The Circle Jerks are here at my underground club. And there's like, we were just hanging out one time, and he was like, you know, I have these really amazing friends that take great photographs, and maybe we should do something together. And I was in from the start, and it was comfortable and somewhat easy to do in that everything flowed really well. And Keith is just such a unique individual, and he comes from such a place of truth that it just, you know, all I have to do is lean on him whenever I get confused. That guy's so pragmatic and real about stuff that it's easy to find my bearings.
Yeah. Have fun. Have as much fun as you can possibly have. Have more fun. Have the most fun that's humanly possible until someone comes along and takes it from you, takes it away from you. So we're in a situation over where we're at, where that guy, he wouldn't know, he doesn't even know how to spell fun. F-U-N. He needs to be duct taped to a sofa on a maybe 50-story building, and this is all of the kids having fun. They've duct taped him onto this couch. He's naked, of course. He has to be naked. Big, fat, ugly, fat pig naked. And they'll put some tape over his mouth so he can't say anything, and they'll light the sofa on fire, shove a couple of cherry bombs into his rectal cavity, and then push him over the side of the building. And as they're pushing him over the side of the building, one of the kids will reach out and pull off the duct tape from across his mouth so you could hear him saying whatever he's saying. He's screaming and crying and like, see ya, have fun, F-U-N.